Hey Funko lovers, welcome to another episode of the Funko Friends podcast. I'm your host Johnny Funko with my co-host Steve Akine. And today we have the amazing BitMoreDave. Welcome.
BitMoreDave.
Hello! Hello everybody, hello everybody, hello everybody, welcome! How's it going?
Good.
How's it going?
Going great. Let's get into the questions.
Are you ready?
Sweet! Straight into it, let's go.
Yeah.
Alrighty, my friend. How did you come up with your YouTube name?
Okay, so I used to run a channel called Dave the Rave, which had like 56,000 subscribers, and I wanted a second channel, and I wanted something that I could post anything on that wasn't really associated with the other one. So I was like, well, what do people want? They want to watch a bit more of me. So it was then BitMoreDave, and then I thought bit as in kill a bit or kill a bite or kill a, like that. And so
okay, that's
it kind of so that was where it came from.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Hey Baby Ice in the chat. All right, the next question is
What made you want to create a YouTube channel?
I created my YouTube channel my first YouTube channel I created like 12 years ago, like 12, 11 years ago. So I originally because I wanted to kind of make like almost like it started off where I just wanted to record gameplay when I was like younger. I was like, oh, it'd be really cool if I could like record this to show my friends. And then I started doing all these crazy like challenges on zombies because I found it really easily. Call of Duty zombies. I was like, oh, I wish I could show some people. So originally it sort of started off as like I'll show some people some stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then I found some other like zombie YouTubers and watched them, and it just went from there, spiraled from there really. So it was just wanting to share like the gameplay that I had, which is crazy because back then, like every like console now, like PlayStation and Xbox, your PC obviously, super easy to record and share gameplay. Everything's all built into it. But back then, like you had to pay hundreds and hundreds of pounds or dollars for like specialized equipment to do it and all that kind of stuff. So it was like, oh man, I got to find a way around all these problems.
right.
It was really difficult, but yeah.
Yeah, I felt that sugar when I first started. I started a gaming channel and I played older games, and I didn't get that much views, and because I didn't have the setup and everything, it felt like I was
you have to
not
work
doing
at
the best.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'm not getting anywhere from this. So I switched over, and then I started building more of watchers.
Yeah, it takes time to make yourself like wash hours and all that sort of thing. Sure.
Yeah. No, I mean, my first setup was like just a camera recording a TV, and then I went to an Easy Cap, which is like it's basically like this. This is a HDMI capture card, which is crazy to think that you can have something that can do 4K that's this size now. But back then, that would plug. It was about that size, and it would plug into like three. Like you remember the yellow, red, and white that used to come out the back of consoles, and stuff like that. So it'd be like that. You plug it in there, and it overheated crazy. So I unscrewed the thing and used to get like a huge fan that would blow on it to like get all the heat away. Because every time it overheated, it would pixelate. Okay. But it would record at like 240p. And one of my videos has got on that old channel has got like 600,000 views, and it's just this pixelated mess. But yeah, it was crazy, like, and that's how it started. And then from there, I bought like a Hopog HD PVR, and then moved on from there. And now, I mean, I now play exclusively PC, really so it's cool. Very easy.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's really cool. So what YouTube channels do you look up to when you first started?
Do I look on YouTube channels? When I first started, I used to watch like the Syndicate Project and Mr. Dalek JD and C-Nanas and stuff like that. The YouTube channels I look up to now are people, and to a degree, always I've looked up to. There's a guy who used to be called Xbox Ahoy. He's now just called Ahoy, and he just he's a graphic designer. He does some really cool stuff, but almost certainly nobody that people would have heard of. I don't really watch gaming channels anymore. I watch different stuff. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah.
What do you watch more, like reaction videos or something like that? Or
No, just like really informative content. So like science stuff. Kyle Hill, because science fame and again Ahoy, and just topics that I'm interested in or I'm at the time just to watch in the background, but almost exclusively not gaming channels. There are a few gaming channels, but not many.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
we're just gonna say hi to a few people in the chat. Mama
Yeah,
J,
go for it.
Mama J, hey.
Arcade Pop,
Arcade Pop?
two boys and their pops.
Boys and Pop.
Geek Eats Meats.
Geeks Me Eats.
And Fabian Funko Pops.
Fabian as well.
All right. For the next question, what's your hobbies right now? What do you like to do in your pastime?
In my pastime, I don't get much free time anymore. I work a full-time job. I got to try and get like 3 videos out a week. Spend time with the wife. Spend time with. I've got a giant house rabbit. So I spent. I have I'd like to play video games for fun in my free time, which I don't get a lot of. So yeah, always busy. Not many hobbies.
Yeah, I get that sometimes. Do you do any more content for Dave the Rave, or is it just BitMoreDave?
No, Dave the Rave. I think like I may once a year potentially, but not even once a year. Like post on there.
We watched one from Dave the Rave, and then we also BitMoreDave. So, So basically, it's BitMoreDave, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I made the transition to BitMoreDave about 4 or 5 years ago. Okay. So yeah, it's not Dave the not Dave the Rave anymore. Just BitMoreDave, basically. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Are you ever gonna get rid of that channel completely, or are you just gonna have it in the back burner?
No, I have it. It's not monetized or anything like that. It used to be partnered with Machinima. Thank God they're gone. But it's kind of there. So if people want to go back and watch some of those videos, like the highlights, I basically privated or deleted a load of videos that were just rubbish or what I think is rubbish, and so it's there just as like a historical. People want to go and watch some stuff, which people do. Still, the channel gets, I don't know how many views. It's about 10,000 views a month, roughly. Sometimes less. So if people still want to go back and watch some stuff on there, then they can do.
All right. The next question is, how long have you and Daz been friends? And how did you guys become friends?
Yeah. So I've known Daz probably as long as I've known my wife. So 7.5 years, roughly.
Goodness.
And I got invited as Dave the Rave to this event in the UK called Legends of Gaming, which was a tester. They were going to get bigger people to do it, but they wanted to do like a proof of concept first. It was hilarious. So they had like loads of people there. Some of them don't make YouTube videos anymore, but there was a guy called Lionheart there. He's real big in Total War. There was a creepypasta guy who doesn't even play video games. It was me, Daz, and there's some other people as well. And we were basically pitted in rounds against each other on various games, like a contest of champions kind of thing. And I won the first qualifying round. So I had to be in London the next day for shooting, and they put us up in a hotel and whatever. So I was like, listen, does anybody want to go out and have some drinks? Do you want to go and watch a film? Like, anybody going to stay in the area? And everyone was like, nah, we're all going to go home and all this stuff. And Daz was like, nah, man, I'll stay. I was like, yeah, no problem. Well, you can bunk with me in the single room. And so we went out.
Oh my God, that's nice.
Yeah. So we went out. We went to go and watch The In-Betweeners 2, I think, at the time, the movie. Then we got some food, and I didn't know him. Like, he was the UK's #1 Viner. I had no idea who he was. And people were like stopping him on the street, like, yo, are you Daz? And I'm like, because back then he was just Daz Black, and I was just like, how big is your Vine? Like, and he was like, it's pretty big, bro. And I was like, okay. And it's just gone from there, really.
Does it kind of irritate you a little bit when like you're doing lives or doing anything else and everybody's like, oh, where's Daz? This Daz. Does that irritate you?
No, not at all. I've been in this game for far too long for that kind of stuff to annoy me. And most of the time, people in the comment section like say, "Dude, this is Dave, not Daz. Go to watch Daz's channel." So I don't have to do anything about it anyway. But it doesn't annoy me. It doesn't annoy me in the slightest because Daz will tell you the same thing. Like basically, like some of the best content both of us have made is us together, and that's not just him, and it's not just me. It's us together. Yeah. So it doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Okay, awesome. Are you still a Call of Duty zombie nerd?
Oh yeah, we saw that. So yeah.
Am I a zombie nerd? I don't know. If you were to pitch, I haven't played properly Call of Duty Zombies in probably 3 or 4 years. Like actually sat down and tried hard to get to high rounds or anything. I imagine I could still probably pick up a controller and still be better than 99% of people out there, but I'm not. Nah, not really. I burnt myself out on it. 5 years of playing the same game mode, not even a game, just the same game mode, just burnt you out. So
feels like you're in a different space too, because you're more creative. You play Minecraft, you play ARK, and like more like creative kind of building stuff.
Yeah, so I like my survival sort of games. They're always fun to see what you can do, and they're always hilarious when you're like learning the controls and stuff. So
it was kind of weird where there was a shark. They're like both of you and Daz are like, "Oh my god, a shark!"
Yeah, that would be either Raft or the newest series, Stranded Deep.
I was watching that. I was laughing my ass off. It was so funny.
Yeah, no. So exactly, it's more entertaining. It's more fun. It keeps things fresh, and it means I don't get burnt out. So that's why.
That's really cool.
Burnout's the biggest killer.
For sure, my friend. Do you want me to say it?
I can't read that right.
All right. Okay. The handwriting is bad, apparently.
Listen, if you had me handwriting anything in front of us, no chance. No chance.
All right, my friend. You started in 2001. What did you do, or what did you think of YouTube now in the way it is running now, actually? Because you did it in 2001, sorry. Basically
2011.
2011.
Sorry,
yeah. So yeah, I mean, the space has changed hugely. Like gaining views. Why? Let's just take gaining views. Why? So back then, basically any length of video could gain any amount of views, and then YouTube went to this whole it has to be over 10 minutes and 20 minutes thing, and then it has to be watch time, and then it's combined watch time, percentage of watch time. So and there was back then there was nobody who was like I say nobody. If you had 100,000 subscribers back then, you were in like the top 50 people on the platform. Like
I understand that for sure.
Yeah, in like the gaming space, especially, like it was a huge deal when this Call of Duty YouTuber called XJaws got over 500,000 subscribers, and it was just insane. That's an amazing. Now 500,000 subscribers these days, you can barely make a living off of YouTube in some cases. It's like so it's grown massively. You used to get paid per view back then as well, not per ad watched. So I used to make like a very, very good living while I was at uni. It basically put me through uni because I was earning so much money, and then they changed it overnight, and then it became advertising, and like almost everyone's revenue went to like 10% of what it was. That was a big dip. That was the first adpocalypse that no one remembers. I remember it. It sucked.
That sounds like it really sucks. So I see you have a bunny rabbit. What's the rabbit's name?
Oh yeah, what's your bunny
rabbit? The rabbit's name is Derek. He is a giant Derek.
Oh my
Derek. And he is a giant French lop. He is still a baby technically, but he weighs over 4 kilos.
4 kilos actually.
4 kilos. So I don't know, 4 kilograms.
Like 2 pounds, maybe.
In stone.
Because
it's 4 kilos is like it's about 7 pounds roughly.
Oh, 7 pounds. Your rabbit's like a big boy.
About 7 pounds, and he'll probably get to about a stone. So Yeah, he's gonna be big. I'm just gonna try and see if I can actually. I could kind of do a picture here behind me and show you what he looks like. Hang on. Where is he? Yeah, ask the next question while I find one.
Okay, so what's your most viewed video?
My most viewed video ever was on the Dave the Rave channel, and it was called Round 109, The End, which a lot of people think is clickbait because I was like, a lot of people thought it meant the end of zombies, but it wasn't. I'd been streaming for like 4 or 5 days straight, and I had this like huge streaming marathon go on, and so I was just signifying it was like the end of the streams for like a good amount of time because I was like, I'm done. I can't do any more streaming. I'm so tired. Yeah, it was awful. But yeah, it was. I think it's got 1.1 million views at the know. I don't know exactly off the top of my head.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
Good
a lot
for you,
of.
my friend.
Yeah,
Good for
absolutely.
you, seriously.
So what other YouTubers would you like to meet in person?
In person, I've met a lot. So I've met JJ. I met who's KSI. I've met the Syndicate Project. Obviously, Daz Games. Yeah, KSI. He's awesome. He's one of the most chill guys ever. I've met Ali A. I've met hundreds and hundreds of YouTubers. I've met. I don't know who I'd want to meet in person. I guess no. I guess. Listen, you can never tell, like online personas and whatnot. So he might be one of the nicest guys in the whole world. It's just that it's one of those things. No, so I probably, if I could meet anybody, I would like it to be either Ahoy, as I mentioned earlier, because he was awesome, or. Who else would I want to meet? I had it in my head and I've just totally forgotten what it is. Ugh.
Oh.
I can't remember. I cannot remember.
Logan Paul. Just kidding. Maybe like, I don't know. When it comes to like a lot of YouTubers, it's a big world out there for lots of them, for sure. Jeffree Star.
Arcade says he wants to meet me, Mr. Arcade Pop.
Aww. How about Jeffree Star?
I don't know who Jeffree Star is.
Yeah, he's a makeup.
He's a makeup guru.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, no idea. No idea who that would be.
You might know Shane Dawson then, for sure.
Shane Dawson again. He was really big back in the day, but no idea.
Was, and then because he did a thing with Jake Paul, actually, not Logan, but Jake Paul. He did the whole thing with a sociopath. Do you remember that, or?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, and then something else happened, some other drama, and
yeah.
Lots of other drama. Yeah, no, I vaguely remember that. Anyway, there's my rabbit.
Aww.
That's him.
Oh, so cute.
It's down
Big
here.
bunny there. You see his grumpy face.
It's a little ears down.
Yeah.
He's a grumpy face. That's his grumpy face.
The grumpy face.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, look how grumpy he is.
Yeah, he's a little grumpy.
His little grumpy face because he jumped up onto the sofa hoping to find his treat bag and it wasn't there.
You didn't feed me yet.
Yeah, exactly. The dude eats. The dude eats like you would not believe. All right, he eats so much food, and he's gonna get to be about this. He's about this big right now. Yeah. He's gonna get to be about this big. He's gonna be bigger than most dogs. He's like dogs. He's like a medium-sized dog. He's awesome.
No, he poops all over the place too.
He doesn't. He only poops in his bed. He only poops in his bed. He's a very good boy.
Wow,
yeah.
Good boy.
Oh,
yeah, very good boy.
When I had a rabbit back in the day, mine was Moo-Moo's. He pooped everywhere.
Nah, he goes to his bed. He likes to poop. He likes to poop in his bed. He's got his own space. He'll go there. He'll poop.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool that you trained him.
So I know you're a comic book guy. What's your favorite comic book in your collection?
My favorite comic book ever is Back in Black. Is Spider-Man comic where basically it was after the first Civil War event, and everybody knew that Spider-Man was Peter Parker. So the Kingpin tried to assassinate him and ended up shooting Aunt May, who's dying in hospital. So he goes full on nuts and basically beats all the living holy hell out of Kingpin in front of all of the prisoners, and basically, goes absolutely insane. Great cut. If you look Back in Black, cut the cover. Back in Black, Spider-Man.
Yeah, okay.
The cover of Back in Black
Cool.
is
I like that.
It's the one where he's just standing. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in chat.
Back in
There
Black.
you go. It's that one. There you go. So yeah, that's that cover is just mwah. Great story.
So you kind of touched on this a little bit. How long have you and your girl been together?
Yeah.
We got married in August, and we've been together for I got a ring and everything. There it is. We've been together for about 7.5 years.
Almost close to us.
Yeah.
We've been together a very long time. Long time.
Nice. That's very nice, my dear.
So did you guys have a big wedding, or was it a small little thing?
It depends how you define big. Big like Hollywood, big no. Big for what I would consider many people probably not. It's probably medium-sized wedding. So in the UK, most weddings, I think the average spend is about 25 grand. So, and we spent about 20 grand. So smaller than the average. But it was phenomenal. It was amazing.
It's wonderful. Oh my God, so beautiful. That sounds nice.
You said this was a recent marriage?
August.
Oh, wow.
Last year.
Last year. Did COVID have any problems with that?
That.
I was wondering.
Nearly. We avoided it just about. It was I think a few weeks beforehand they lifted a load of restrictions. So yeah, we lucked out big time.
Oh, good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good, my friend. Oh my God.
So I saw your nerd corner. How many Funkos do you have over there?
Oh man, yeah. So Funko wise, I am a heathen. I take them out the box. I do.
You take them out of the box?
I take them out of the box. There's some rare ones there as well.
I saw, but okay.
I'm gonna be not happy.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a boop 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 boop.
See, the thing is to me, and this is collectors will kill me for this, but the thing is to me is that if I get something that's collectible and that I enjoy, I want to look at it every day. I want to look at it on the shelf. I don't want to see it in a box. I got some other cool stuff. I've got the Banjo Kazooie. The Banjo Kazooie.
Oh, I love that.
It's what's the word? The thing that Nintendo makes.
Those things, yeah.
Amiibos.
Yes.
Amiibos. Yeah. So that one is like very sought after, very rare. You had to order it like 6 months prior. And that is chilling inside my computer case, completely open. All in there. I got the limited edition Spider-Man when Spider-Man PS4 first came out. So the statue of that again is like insanely rare. But I like having them out. I got like all of the Fallout limited edition stuff, like the Pip-Boy and the helmet and everything. The helmet is like sitting over there just chilling because I like to look at them and like to get the thing. But I've probably got 35, 40 Funko Pops, roughly.
Oh, a decent amount, yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's one in the bin as well, which stays there forever. The bin is like our stuff drawer, and that's the Captain Marvel one because I hate Brie Larson. So, so that stays in what I call the bin. That is the only boxed one I have, and it stays there because I hate Brie Larson. So, yeah.
Speaking about nerdy stuff, what's your favorite Star Wars character?
Oh God! Favorite Star Wars character.
There you go. I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of.
It's like the broadest question. It's like, which of your children do you like the most? You know.
If you want, it's just not into it.
Favorite Star Wars character. I would. It's probably Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's a good question. Good answer.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Not Chewie, but Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah.
So elaborating on that, what's your favorite Star Wars movie in the series?
None of the sequel ones. They're all dreadful. My favorite one. It's Empire. Okay, technically Empire is the best one. So I just want to get that out of the way. Empire Strikes Back is the best one. There's no debate about it. It is the best one. But my favorite is actually Phantom Menace. Because of the music. The music, John Williams' score in that film is unbelievable. And the Duel of the Fates lightsaber duel, love that as well. Pod racing, amazing. Just expanded on the whole Star Wars mythos a bit. So yeah, that's probably my favorite film.
So do you like the shows as well?
Yes, I do. So yeah, Bad Batch, great. Mandalorian, great. I'm sort of holding off on watching the new Boba Fett one until it's all out, so that I can binge it in one go. Yeah, Clone Wars Saga, amazing. So
okay, not my cup of tea, but to each their own, right?
Okay. What was the most difficult thing that you've built in Minecraft? In your opinion?
Probably I made an item sorter in Minecraft. Actually, no, I tell a lie. The item sorter was difficult because it's huge. It wasn't difficult because it was complex. It was difficult because it was the size of it. But the most complicated thing we ever built, me and a friend called Ross in one of our series, built a pig farm. So the idea is that it spawns pigs from the nether, and then it goes in an automated kill zone turret, and then it takes all of the gold, and then auto takes it to another area where you can where it will just store it, and you can get as much gold as possible, so you can do trading with piglins. And there's loads of tutorials on YouTube of how to make one. Like you can get like a 4x4 one, but we made a special one that was stackable, so you could stack them row on row on row on row on row, and have more than 4 portals. So like 4 was like, oh yeah, there's a new 4, but this thing would generate so much gold it would break the world. It was insane. It would actually break the server. It was awesome. You couldn't have anybody else on the server. That could be the only chunk that was loaded. It was pretty insane.
That's hilarious. So how long have you been playing guitar?
Guitar? I don't play as much anymore, but I started playing when I was like 12. I can play loads of musical instruments. So I used to play a bit of the saxophone, piano, guitars, drums, all to a fairly decent level. Trumpet, tenor horn, as well. So.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. What was the first song you learned on guitar?
Can't Stop by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Nice. That's sick.
The one that I actually learned on guitar was today is gonna be the day that we're gonna move back to you.
Oasis.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know you should have brought me. I figured the chords out. Anyway, I haven't done it in like forever, but that's the first song I did. Anyway.
Yeah, no. I wanted to learn. I didn't really want to learn chords. I just wanted to learn like awesome riffs. So yeah, Can't Stop is actually fairly difficult to get like sounding good, but you just practice over and over again. Practice makes perfect, kids. So yeah. Wait.
What's going on, baby?
Right here.
Right there?
Yep. What?
Okay. What was your favorite concert that you've ever gone to?
I went to go and see The Prodigy before Keith died.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been to loads. I've seen like Nickelback and like Muse and
Nickelback's good too, though, even though it's like a Canadian thing.
Yeah, no. It was. I went to go see them before they were a meme. So. I've seen Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco.
And what? Sorry?
Panic at the Disco.
Panic at the Disco. Oh, I like them too. That's cool too.
But The Prodigy was insane. So we were in the Cardiff Motorpoint Arena, and I took my dad because he likes The Prodigy as well. So I was like, right, Dad, come along. My dad, yeah. I was like, come and watch The Prodigy. And I've never been in a concert like it. So normally, the first 10 rows are moshing and hitting each other, having a go. In The Prodigy, everybody from the front to the back was in just a massive fist fight. Okay,
Wow.
But by the end of it, half of the audience were either like topless or like women, men, everyone, just no shirt. There was about 2 inches of
Oh my God.
of beer and vomit and anything else covering this whole stadium, and it was just one of the most incredible experiences of my life, and it was amazing. So yeah. And yeah, that was about 4 years before Keith died, I think, or committed suicide, or whatever.
Yeah, a couple of years, but the only one I've never seen any vomit. But the ones that I've gone to is Evanescence and also Goo Goo Dolls. People probably don't know Goo Goo Dolls.
I know the Google Dolls. Yeah,
I used
to be a radio DJ. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
Oh,
I can do my radio voice. Sorry, here we go.
You
Right
have a
here.
good radio voice for sure.
Yeah, there is a radio voice. Here we go. Hang on, one second. Here we go. Welcome to 95.7 FM, coming at you live in the morning from the southwest. We are taking you to work. Let's put on a bit of the Foo Fighters. After that, we're going to have some of the Prodigy, and then after that, we're going to be taking you to work with some somber tunes for the rest of the evening. Let's get started.
That was so
good. Oh my
That's
God,
my radio
that's
voice.
You can change your voice, I guess. You like it.
I've always wanted to do. That was another reason I wanted to start YouTube. Actually, was because I wanted. A load of people said, "Oh, we really like your voice. You should read books or."
Oh, you should.
Or I've never managed to do it. I don't have the patience, I don't think, but be a voice actor or whatever. So that was another thing. I just wanted to get my voice out there. So that was another thing. So yeah.
Well, whatever you do, you definitely should do
That's really
journalism or radio, whatever.
That's really
Whatever you feel. Definitely, you got it
for
for sure, Dave.
I've noticed on your Instagram that you've tried a lot of fancy food. What was your favorite favorite out of all you've tried?
I'll probably have to get my wife for that. 1 second. Grace, come here. Come here.
Oh, here she comes.
Okay, please come here.
Just for a second, if that's okay. What's her name?
Grace.
Grace.
Bryce.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hello.
Okay, so they've been stalking our Instagram, or my Instagram.
Sorry.
A lot of photos of fancy food.
Yeah.
We like our food. So what I can't think, but what is the best meal out we've ever had?
Yeah.
That one we had in Prague was pretty insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the tartar and the eggs.
Yeah. Your birthday.
What was it called? No, Prague.
Yeah.
Was that my birthday?
Oh, birthday. Can't remember. Top of my head.
I can't remember. It was a Michelin star restaurant. It was really good. Nah, you have to look it up. It's fine. There's photos on Instagram of it. So, it's fine. Right. So there's a photo on Instagram of that's my wife.
Hi, although you're not there, but hi anyway.
Yeah. Sorry, say what?
There's nothing. I can look it up for you.
I can't remember what it's called. So there was a Michelin star restaurant in.
It wasn't Michelin star. It was nearly Michelin.
It wasn't Michelin star at the time. It was in Prague, and the photos are on Instagram. If you look for the one with like the steak, there's like a one with a steak tartare with like an egg, like a raw egg cracked on it, a raw egg yolk.
Okay.
That was probably like the most memorable.
It wasn't steak. It was
Veal tartare.
I can hear it in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, veal. Yeah, that was incredible. Yeah, that was amazing. I'll never forget that place.
Lady.
So yeah, but we've had loads of good meals. There's a place near us that we go to all the time, and it's just like it's technically a pub, but it's run by like Michelin star chefs. So it's like you ask for a roast chicken, and it comes out on this like tiny delicate thing, and it's like full of flavor. It's brilliant. Yeah, we're big foodies. We like our food.
Yeah, I'm good with chicken.
We both went to culinary school, so we are
in college.
So we know our food too. So.
Definitely, we're both chefs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So
whatever that is.
I've noticed you travel a little bit. Where was your favorite place you've gone?
Yeah, I want to travel more, but obviously I can't.
Yeah.
So we'd always try and go away like once a year at least, somewhere exciting and interesting. Again, Prague, probably the most interesting place I've been. But it's places I've been without my wife. I mean, I went to Saas Fee. which is a ski resort in Switzerland, and it just everything is expensive. Like a hot chocolate is like 20 euros. So like I don't know, $20 basically, nearly. But everything is just everybody's friendly. You know, they have a 3-day working week, or they have a 4-day working week at the time. Everybody's friendly. Everybody speaks every language. They really appreciate it if you try and speak their language. There's 3 different parts of Switzerland. It's kind of in the middle, so it's kind of Germany, French, and Italian sort of.
Wait, Germany and Italian?
Yeah, so Switzerland has like a French side, an Italian side, and a German side, because it's basically slap bang in the middle of everything. So like they speak like everybody in Switzerland speaks like French, English, German, Italian.
Oh my goodness!
But that was an absolutely incredible place.
lot
Hello,
to
darling.
learn.
Have you come back in? No. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's favorite place is probably Saas Fee.
Okay, cool. So do you have any tips for smaller YouTubers that want to try to make it?
Yeah.
Yes. Don't do YouTube because you want to get rich or anything like that. If you want to do YouTube or any kind of content creation, do it because you enjoy it. Because, you know, I've been doing it for 11, 12 years, however long I've been doing it. And I didn't, you know, if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it anymore. And that's why I stopped doing zombies, was because I stopped enjoying it. Like, why would I do something I don't enjoy?
Right.
But yeah, the main key, you can upload whatever you want. Like, I am bothered by views, but I'm not that bothered by views for my channel. You know, I just want to upload what I enjoy. I want to share what I enjoy, make something funny, make people laugh. You know, there's been several points where I could conceivably quit my job, focus on YouTube full time, and just do it full time, crank out views. I'm sure I could do it. I nearly did it over lockdown. You know, I was at a point where I was gaining like 250 to 500,000 views a month, and it was just like, you know, I could just quit my job. But at the end of the day, once it becomes a job, it stops being fun because it's a job, no matter what it is. It can. So
be passionate. I think you're right. Is what you're going with. Be passionate.
Be passionate, but you can be passionate about stuff and not enjoy it. So it's as crazy as that sounds. So you know, there's some investment bankers that I know, and they are passionate about making money, but they're not passionate about investing. You know, it's not just passionate. You got to enjoy it 100%. 100%.
YouTube, but way back in the day, before it was even like monetized, there was no money involved. Remember? Like back in the day.
That's what, you know. I think about 6 months after I started, they started bringing in the monetization. I can't remember, but yeah, I started before you could get paid for YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's when most people were passionate about it.
So do you make a video and just walk away? You don't like keep looking at it, being like, oh, another view.
It depends on the video. If I've worked really hard on the video, sometimes I will kind of hover over it a little bit. But generally, I'll make a video, either stay with everyone during the premiere for them to watch it, but that's where I get my enjoyment out of, like when you premiere the video, and you know, people are live, like reacting to the video as you're watching it. That's really cool. But no, generally I'll walk away. Next morning I'll get on, reply to some comments, give some stuff some likes. And Shirley, thank you very much. Charlie Cecil, thank you for the follow. So yeah, I don't particularly watch it. No, I don't. It becomes obsessive. I used to. That was bad. Because you'd refresh it like every 2 minutes. You just sit there looking at it, and it's not healthy. It's not healthy. You could be going to do other things.
You're gonna get like in this stupid thing of when it comes to social media. You're gonna get into that a stupid thing where you're watching and you're wondering if you're doing good, if you're not doing good. And go back and forth. And that's why there's anxiety and depression in this, like.
100%. And that's something that I've done that. I've been through that.
Has that been that way for you? Like, have you been like, oh my god, I got so many subscribers, and then. Yeah,
I've done that. Hey, Raz Clark. He is an ARC YouTuber. He's just overtaking me in subscribers. He's a legend. He is in, and Pinky Productions. He's a cool guy as well. Both in the chat. Hello, guys. I've been to that place. Like, I've been to that place where you sit there and you're like, I went through a period. I think I'd stepped away from YouTube almost for a year where I wouldn't upload on either channel. and you get so focused on little things and so ingrained in like I can't be seen to have a glass of wine on stream because people will think I'm an alcoholic, and I can't I gotta reply to every single comment in a certain way in a certain period of time, and that's no way to live your life at all. So for me now, I'll make a video, I'll get it uploading, do the thumbnail, get it scheduled, ready to go, and go and enjoy my life.
I like that.
But I noticed from you, like, you reply to your fans, and I like that. I like to see that. Like, some YouTubers don't even like
yeah,
whatever.
they don't give a fuck. Or sorry, Fudge.
Yeah, and it's good to see you more active with your fans.
No, absolutely, be active with your fans.
Yeah, 100%. So pick your battles. Absolutely. So while I might not sit there and refresh everything, when I get up in the morning, having a coffee or whatever, or, I just get to work, I'm waiting for the morning meeting at work, I'll jump on there, reply to a few comments, have a break later on, reply to a few comments, and that's how I try and do it, that way it doesn't encroach into your life so much.
Right. And then another question: Do you have like months where you take off breaks? Do you have set like breaks, or do you just take them when you're not feeling?
Nah, if I don't feel like I want to upload, then I won't upload, and if I feel like I want to upload, I will upload. Again, it's that burnout thing. Like if I feel like I'm getting tired of this and I don't want to do it, then I won't.
You're like, nope, I won't do it.
So
when I feel like it.
Yeah. So you don't have a set schedule where you like have your things. You're just loosey goosey when you want to do your content.
Not loosey goosey. No. So in terms of taking breaks and stuff, if I need to take a break, I will. But in terms of upload schedule, I will try my best to always get one out on either Sunday or Monday, Wednesday or Thursday. And then if I can get any more than that, then I will. But in terms of like taking breaks and things like that, absolutely not. Like if I need to have a week off, my health is more important than my YouTube channel. So it doesn't matter if it negatively affects my channel for another 2 weeks. I still need to take that time. I need to spend some time with the wife. And it's taken a long time to get like that work-life YouTube balance, and I still struggle with it, but it's better. So
that's great.
Oh, good for you, my friend.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So this is a question. Just curious. Do you still play Pokemon Go? Or
No.
No. You're done with it. Got rid of it.
No, done.
I got really cool. Like the other day when we were on the bus or whatever, a spiel, like the seal sort of deal, but it was pink instead of blue.
Oh, you got a shiny one.
Yeah, shiny.
Yeah.
And then we traded, and then we both got shinies.
So how old is Meg now?
Meg's about 5 years old now. She's a working dog. So she retrieves pheasants. So she's not a hunting dog is the wrong word. She's just a working dog. So whenever in the UK you have things called shoots, where you go and shoot it's not like in America you don't have like pheasant battery houses where you have loads of pheasants all locked up and people can buy. You're not allowed to do that with pheasants. You can't do that. They won't breed like that. So you have to go on what's called a shoot, and of course it's a sport as well. And so she's a working dog. So there'll be a team of people who will with sticks beat the hedges where the pheasants are growing. They'll fly up in the air, and there'll be a line of people with guns, and they'll shoot the pheasants. And then the dog will go out and retrieve the pheasant and bring it back to you. And so that's what she does.
The first thing that came to mind is duck hunt when you started explaining.
Basically, like that. It's very similar to that. Very similar, but it is much harder to hit a pheasant than a duck. Because a pheasant will kind of fly up and then glide, whereas a duck and the pheasant will also come straight over you. So you can't judge the distance quite as well, because obviously real life doesn't work like Call of Duty. You have to lead your shot in front of the animal. A duck will actually fly away or to the side of you, And because you'll generally have a background, a hill or whatever for a duck, even though it's flying a bit faster, you can judge the distance because you actually have a background. And some people say it's easier to shoot pheasants. Some people say it's easier to shoot ducks. It's I personally find it easier to shoot ducks. Don't feel sorry because unlike hen and battery. Listen, I'm not into blood sport at all. But unlike hen and battery houses and all that sort of stuff, pheasant shooting, 100% of the pheasant gets used. 100% of it gets eaten.
That's exactly what we were talking about the other day.
Yeah,
he's supposed to go.
I'm supposed to go with my boss hunting for seals,
and I was upset
for 3 weeks in October in the Arctic. Yeah. I'm nervous because I've never killed anything.
No, but they club like baby.
You'll be upset the first time.
No,
the second time you won't be.
They use the meat and they use the skin and
they use everything.
So I'm okay with that as long as you're.
Well, the other side of it as well is there's like I said, there's no real way of bringing them. And the other things as well is the ones that you miss will just fly over to the other hedge, and then next week on next week's shoot, then they'll come back. There's never waste ever.
Oh, okay.
So they don't just fly away and then that's it. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
They will make their way back to their nests and all that sort of stuff there. So
I feel bad because he's gonna club baby seals. So they're like what with their eyes and like. Like
just remember that a seal, if it attacks you, is more vicious than a dog.
Yeah,
I know, but
and they hurt and they're big.
No,
like they will.
The mom I'm worried about. The babies, I'm okay with because they don't know what's going on.
And they're fast. Don't make them look like funny, like when they're running around. But seals are fast, man. They are quick animals.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Like swallow around.
Yeah, they'll quit. They're quick. Like you might be able to outrun them, but they are quick.
Yeah,
they're not slow. No.
So I'm just curious about this. So do you have a fear of spiders, or are you generally not a good?
Not really. Certain types of. I really don't have a fear of spiders. Like there are two types of spiders. There are ancient spiders and more modern spiders. So more modern spiders are the ones. The genus looks like the ones that've got multiple eyes, more than 8 eyes. Their eyes are mounted on the front. They look forwards, jumping spiders, wolf spiders, that sort of stuff. And then ancient spiders, tarantulas, the eyes are mounted on top of the head, and all that sort of stuff. Very slow moving, methodical, etc.
These are pretty cool. Like back in the day, I actually had a spider.
Your spiders down there look big.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
It's huge compared to our spiders. Our spiders are little.
You guys are Canada, right?
Yeah, we're in Canada. We have little.
Yeah, so cold temperatures, insects won't grow particularly big in cold temperatures. Right. But in the UK, when there's you have misty, damp areas. There's loads of food because you have midges and stuff. You can have warm homes for them to stay in. They'll grow to any size. So Australia are even worse, as I'm sure you probably know the meme. But they're even bigger. If it scares you even more, if we had 2% more oxygen in our atmosphere, they could grow to that big. They grow in proportional size. They don't grow in determination of their genes. They grow in proportion to the amount of oxygen that is in the atmosphere. So that's why 400, 500 million years ago, they've got, you've dragonflies that are 2 meters long and giant spiders and arthroplura and et cetera, et cetera. But I'm not scared of spiders. Tarantulas, the ancient sort of spiders, don't really get them in the UK. I'm not scared of at all. They're virtually blind. They hunt basically anything smaller than them, whatever. But modern spiders, the quick running ones that jump and stuff, not a big fan of them. Not a big fan of them. I'll still pick them up. It doesn't bother me at all. But no, I'm actually scared of moths. My irrational fear is moths.
Oh, moths. Oh, okay, yeah, moths are.
Yeah. I don't like spiders, but I won't actively run away from them.
We have a few questions in the chat for you, Dave.
Hit me.
Two boys and their pop say, if you had to pick a song from a game to be your theme song, what would be your choice?
It kind of already is my theme tune. Spiral Mountain. Well, there's a few. So if it was just every day, Spiral Mountain from Banjo Kazooie, the first one. So yeah, which is just I have it in a load of my videos. To get myself pumped up, probably the Arc Genesis 2 main theme, which is just incredible. I mean, anything by Gareth Coker is incredible. If I was in a fight, Halo music, you know, or if I was running for my life, then the Sephiroth music from Final Fantasy VII. So
Oh, that's sick.
I'm big into my music. I can't just pick one.
So another question for two boys and their pops. If you can live in any world of any game you played, what would it be and why?
Oh, that's difficult. If I could live in any video game world.
Yeah.
You see, my brain would say, it would be cool to live in like Halo, but like Halo universe. But that has the flood, and that's as a real life concept, that scares the living death out of me. So no.
Street Fighter for me. Ooh.
Probably the Zelda universe.
Zelda.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's nice too. That's a good
Don't know
one.
why, but it's my favorite game ever is Majora's Mask. So
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna shrink this for a second, and then we have another question from Eric.
Okay. Do you want me to?
No, I got it.
Okay.
There we go. What has been an
Okay.
right there?
What has been an obstacle in your journey that may have derailed
my channel, but I overcame it, and it's made me stronger today.
Yes.
I had an ex-girlfriend while I was at university, and we had a very messy breakup.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah, so she was there at the start of the channel, and I broke up with her because to be perfectly honest, I was young, I was stupid. I wasn't interested anymore. I wanted to do my own thing, and I didn't kind of like where the relationship was heading. And rather than try and work at it, which is what an adult would do, I was just like, nah, move on.
Yeah.
I'm older and wiser now. But she made up a load of lies to try and get me in trouble. Spoke to all of my friends, and so I actually had to call the police to basically say that this person is trying to slander me and making me lose my job and all of this sort of stuff. Just trying to break up a new relationship I was in and all of this kind of stuff. And she's happy now, and I'm happy now, and I'm glad that in a way I'm glad it happened, because it means I met my wife and all the rest of it. But that I didn't want to upload for like a year because she had told
that's intense.
She had told all my friends all of these things about me that weren't true.
God.
Yeah.
And rather than them either coming to me or
talking to me
or anything like that, they just blanked me, and I was basically left on my own. And so when I eventually said, like, I announced it, I was like, listen, I've unfortunately had to call the police, try and get a restraining order, basically, and all of this sort of stuff. None of them would believe me until I showed them the paperwork, and showed them that all of the stuff she'd said was lies, like all of the DMs and all of this sort of stuff. It's like, yeah, I'm going to make your life hell. I don't even care if it's true. Like all of this stuff. And so, yeah, I've learned my lesson, and that is that, try and avoid the crazy ones. But yeah, that nearly derailed my channel.
So Two Boys and Their Pops is kind of our ghostwriter. So he has a few more questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
That was awful, though.
If reality and gaming crossed over, do you feel like gaming experience would be an asset, or does everything fly out the window? Yeah, gaming experience would 100% be an asset. If you just look at it from a biological point of view, people who play fast first-person shooter video games, which I am in that category, have much better reaction times than people who don't. So if you're put into a scenario where I would need reaction times, which is what most gaming, that's what gaming is. If you really boil it down, it's all down to doing the right thing at the right time very quickly, pressing the right buttons at the right time very quickly, then yeah, gamers would have a advantage over people who don't play video games in that scenario. The army in America I don't know if they still do, but for a long time, some of the stuff that they would control robotically with drones and stuff was actually done with an Xbox controller, and they would recruit people who were not only knowledgeable in technology but had a history of gaming because of their reactions and their understanding of how that sort of technology works. So it's 100%.
All right, we're gonna go to some new people in the chat. Hey,
Yeah.
Dangerous Jobber. Hey, Hojo. Hey, Mystery Madness Collectibles. Hey, Welsh Dragon Funko Hunter.
Hey, Welsh Dragon, I'm Welsh as well. You're a legend.
Click on that, or...
Yeah. So we got another question from Two Boys and Their Pops.
So what is more important for me, action or story? Depends on the game. If you play Devil May Cry, then action is more important than the story. Don't care what's going on. The action needs to be good. If you're playing something like The Last of Us, or God forbid, the worst sequel game ever made, The Last of Us 2, then story is 100% more important. But the best games...
story is more important for sure.
The best games, single player games anyway, the best single player games have a perfect mix of both. So Titanfall 2, for example, hugely underrated game. One of the most fun gaming mechanics. Each level you get a new mechanic. There's a go back in time mechanic. You get a watch that makes you go back in time for like 20 seconds, and so you're free running through this destroyed building yard, and you press the go back in time button, and you go back 20 seconds, but then it will also take you back in history before everything was destroyed and ruined, and you have to, as you're free running above this place, like just little things like that. And then the story is fantastic. You actually develop a bond with the mech. Like, it's a mech. It doesn't. You shouldn't develop a bond with it. It is really, it's a big military thing, but you do, and so. Yeah, and it's a hugely underrated game. Huge. If you haven't played Titanfall 2 and you get the opportunity to play just the campaign, it's brilliant. It's made by the same people who made Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. So 100%.
Titanfall 2? Wait, say it again?
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2.
Okay. Titanfall. So TITANFALL2. There's no story in the first game, but the second game has a story. It's phenomenal. It's really good.
Okay, well, we're gonna give it a shot for sure.
Okay, our next question from Eric. Two Boys and Their Pops.
If I could have a video game character as a friend, who would I get best along with? I wouldn't pick somebody who I get along with because that's boring. So the man side of me would say somebody from Dead or Alive, the beach volleyball game, because titties. But I would want somebody nuts to make my life, like Dante from Devil May Cry. How insane would that be if you had Dante from Devil May Cry 5 in particular? That would be hilarious. That would be amazing. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Another one.
Has game storyline ever got to me emotionally? Yes, several times.
If you could be born again. Oh, okay.
No, we're working on that.
Oh, we're up there.
So Majora's Mask, emotionally, I don't really get scared by like the presence of someone. Like, everyone says they're scared of Darth Vader, like when he first walks in and he's scared. Not me. But Majora from Majora's Mask is actually scary. He's not your bad guy villain who turns up, for example, and is like, I'm gonna destroy the world, but I'm gonna wait in this tower for you to come find me and beat me. Nah, he's like, nah, fam, I'm gonna go into the world. I'm pulling the moon down. It's gonna take 3 days. You have 3 days. That's it. You're done. Like, there's none of that. I'm waiting for you to be the hero. He is pulling the moon down to destroy the planet, and he's doing it. And if you don't do it in 3 days, then that's it. The game ends. You die. It's phenomenal. Absolutely amazing. But in terms of emotionally upset, there are several games. The Spider-Man game, spoiler alert, Aunt May dies.
Oh, no.
And you've played the whole game, and if you've watched the story, she's been there supporting you the whole time, and then she dies. and she
Okay.
dies so that the cure for this specific disease can go to more people. So she dies for a completely noble cause, and it's just really well done, and it's very good. There's some other ones as well. God of War, The Last of Us, several times in those games. But yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Games have made me angry as well. There've been certain games that made me angry. So, you know.
So we got a few more questions. We got one.
Oh, we got lots in the
Yeah.
chat.
Hit me up.
We got one right here.
What's my favorite PlayStation 1 game? Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh, nice. I have
Next. I don't know too many PS1 games, to be fair. I'm not. I don't know. I was a Nintendo 64 man.
Two Boys in Their Pop says, I appreciate you taking the time to answer the questions.
No problem. My pleasure.
Two boys and a popster.
Yeah,
Eric is really cool.
Here's another question from Welsh Funko Dragon.
Tom Jones or the Manic Street Preachers? Are the Manic Street Preachers Welsh? I feel like they're not Welsh, but if you're gonna pull that card, I'm gonna say Feeder or Bullet for My Valentine because they are the best Welsh bands. But if I had to pick out of those two, Tom Jones.
That's awesome. So I noticed you're a car guy. What's your favorite car?
Oh, yeah.
What's my favorite car? You probably wouldn't know it. So if I have 3 cars, I have my 3 favorite cars. And I have an obtainable dream car that I've already had, which was my Mazda MX-5, which I modified a lot. And then I had my next one is a Jaguar F-Type, specifically in white with black wheels. And I want the V6 and not the V8 because of the specific sound it makes. And then there's my unobtainable dream car, the one that I could never afford because it's worth 3 million, which is would be a convertible white Pagani Huayra. Or Zonda, or anything made by Pagani, because they are some of the most incredible designers. Horatio Pagani is a modern day Enzo. He is unbelievable. So yeah, his if you go and watch anybody who wants to be really boring and watch a documentary after this, go and watch my video first of all, but then also go and watch any history of Pagani video. And just the attention to detail that Horatio has gone through to get his car made, it's just unbelievable. They make 40 cars a year, roughly. 40, that's it. Yeah, they are truly special. They're all handmade. He's responsible for basically inventing a new type of material called carbotanium, which is a carbon fiber titanium weave, which is one of the lightest but strongest materials now known to man. Little things like the wheel, for example, the wheel, the alloy, it's not an alloy wheel, but the wheel that the rubber around the tire goes on is milled from a single piece of aluminium block. And even things like the name Huayra takes 24 hours to cut out of a single piece of aluminium. It's just mwah. Mwah.
Wow, that sounds amazing. It sounds like they put a whole bunch of work into that car.
Yeah, they do, and they still make the original. The first car they made was the Zonda, and they still, if you have enough money, they will still break out the old molds and they will make one for you. If you have enough, if you have 10 million, you go to them and say, I want this. But I'm very happy because the only thing I didn't like about the Huayra was that it was turbocharged, and the next car will not be turbocharged, which means you get very good sounds from the exhaust back again.
Oh, nice.
So there you go.
So I noticed you go to the gym. How much weight have you lost so far, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I'm at a bit of a stall at the moment, but my weight rockets up and down. Unfortunately, COVID meant that I was doing really well. So before COVID, I lost about 1.5 stone, 2 stone roughly, which is really good. And then COVID hit, and I couldn't go to the gym. And I couldn't do X, Y, and Z. And I just sat down making videos. So I gained it all back again. So now, as a net, I'm about 5 pounds better off as a net. But overall,
you lost 2 stone. What does that mean? Like 2 stone.
2 stone is like 2 stone in pounds. It's like 28 pounds, 30 pounds.
Oh, 28 pounds.
28,
that's good.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So I lost that. and then I gained it back again, and now I've lost 5 pounds.
no.
So because of COVID, so it's been like, woo, you've been restricted, you can't go out, and you can go out, and it's all that stuff.
Well,
But yeah, no, I am.
Can I ask you, like, do you like going to the gym, or is it
I love going to the gym. I love going to the
nice
gym.
feeling? Like, I actually love going to the gym. Like, not because I'm like, yes, if I'm like maintaining my weight or something like that, but mostly it's because I love the feeling. Like, sorry, probably you just do the things to make yourself like a certain weight or whatever, but I do yoga and I do dance classes, so it's a little bit different. But
No, I go to the gym mostly because of my health, but like I have to make I've got massive ADHD, which is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
Yes.
And so I can't just go to the gym and work out. Everything has to be a challenge. So it'd be like, today I need to lift 30 of this certain weight, or I just won't.
Right.
I can't be able to do it. So yeah, no, it's hard. Especially it's been hard over the last 2 years again, because we've all been restricted. You can't go anywhere.
We've been restricted, and it's been hard to go to the gym.
Yeah, I know Canada. I'm not saying you haven't been affected by it, but you know you're very sparsely populated, other than the cities.
Wow.
Yeah.
But in the UK, even in this, like, I'm in a small town, even in this small town like area, like a square mile, there's like 70,000 people. So it's very closely compact.
Wow.
And London is even worse, you know,
Very
like,
exclusive, very small.
yeah, everybody lives very close together. So, you know, we had to be extra careful. Well, our government doesn't want us to be extra careful, but we want to be extra careful. So,
No, I got it.
My little brother has a question for you.
yeah.
Can you ask him?
If I can get the powers of any game character, which character would I choose?
That's a good question, Tyler.
Good question.
It's a thinker.
It depends. Well, it depends on your motive, doesn't it? It depends on your motive. If I wanted to become a thief, I would pick Corvo from Dishonored.
Right.
Because, you know, blinking, teleporting, becoming invisible, poisoning random people. But, you know, or do I pick somebody like from Call of Duty, because they have regenerative health? You know, they get shot by 1,000 bullets and can just regen their health. I don't know. I'd like the idea that I could fly or be invisible. Be invisible would be cool. No one hassling me to do anything. That'd be cool. So pick a character that becomes invisible. That's what I pick.
All right, that's good. That's a good answer.
Since we're speaking about games, you've been playing a lot of ARK. Are you starting to get tired of it, or are you still really interested in it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ark Survival Evolved. Do you know what? It's a really weird thing that I started playing that properly over lockdown, and so I've logged. Let's have a look at my Steam. How many hours have I logged? It's an ungodly amount of hours in the last 2 years. It's crazy. 1,341 hours in 2 years. So 1,341 hours in 2 days. So out of my last 2 years, that's 55 days total playtime.
Oh wow.
That's a lot. But no, I don't get tired of it, because it's always evolving and changing, and especially now that we've got the monarchy, which is a big YouTuber server where like 9 YouTubers, Ark YouTubers specifically, just play Ark together as it was intended, in some sort of friendly PvP. I'm not bored of it yet. I'm sure I will be at some point, but not yet.
Oh, that's okay.
So we're gonna say hi to a few more people that just came
Yeah,
in.
go for it.
K&L Collectibles, welcome. Sharon,
Hojo. Hi, Hojo.
Hojo, Sharon, Pops and Plants, welcome. So is ARK one of your favorite games, would you say, or?
I don't know if it's my favorite game of all time, as I've already said, is probably Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
That's an incredible game. So it's not one of my favorite games, no. It's just very addicting, very rewarding gameplay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. Put the questions on the other side.
Yeah, I got it.
We got questions for you, bitch. Just kidding.
Have you ever used a walkthrough to beat a game?
Very rarely. Generally, I'll always play the game myself first, and if I want to get all the collectibles in a game, then I may look up a guide for anything I've missed. But the first time I play a game, I will never use a walkthrough, with the one exception of Zelda Twilight Princess. There is a moment where you have to open the Temple of Time, and it uses the stupidest puzzle mechanic I've ever met in a video game. That you can sort of tell what you need to do, but the way you go about doing it is just dumb. So I that is the only time I've ever done it before I've actually completed a game.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's the best weapon you've used in a game, in your opinion?
Oh man, it's going to be something from Monster Hunter, almost certainly. My favorite weapons from a game are probably from Monster Hunter. They use the dual blades, which are just two long knives that you hold in each of your hands, but you can do really cool stuff with them. My favorite weapon in a video game is going to come somewhere between Cloud's Buster Sword, Sora's Kingdom Key, or the Ultima weapon, or the Doom, the BFG. There's so many cool weapons and guns in games. Can't name them all.
So, I know you like your comic books. So do you have a place that you go for your comic books around your area?
No, I read all of my comics on Comixology. So I get on the sofa, or go into bed, crack open my laptop, and I should get an iPad to do it or something really, but no, just Comixology and go there. So my home, I get all my comic books online through
That's
Comixology.
really interesting. So which one do you prefer then, DC or Marvel?
Depends who's writing the story.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to say.
No, it's not. It depends who's writing the story.
Like I wrote that.
So if it's like Brian Michael Bendis when he wrote Spider-Man, then I would pick Marvel. But
Okay,
if it was
good.
like Brian Michael Bendis writing Batman, I would still prefer Marvel because he's terrible at writing Batman. It depends who's writing it. It depends who's writing it. Like right now, I'm not big into Daredevil comics, but I don't know who it is, but whoever's writing the Daredevil stuff for Marvel at the moment is doing an amazing job. Basically, in the Marvel universe is an event going on right now where Kingpin is basically trying to make superheroes in New York illegal, kind of like a mini sort of Civil War thing going on. And the Daredevil comics, Elektra has become Daredevil, and Matt's like locked up in jail, and it's very, very good. So yeah, Marvel probably, but when DC comics come out with like a banger, it does get above Marvel's writing. The Three Jokers, for example, recently, that came out last year,
Right.
I think. Yeah, 6 months ago. Absolutely incredible story.
Would you like to meet a writer from a comic book and like sit down and like pick their brain? And who would that be?
No, because I've met them before.
Oh, really?
They're boring.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's the thought. That's a generalization. Most of the writers that I've met that do comic style stuff are like, I'm nerdy, yeah, sure, but they're hyper nerd, attention to detail. So it's that age old question. If you could meet anybody in the world to go out for a drink with, my first thought wouldn't be a comic book writer.
It's probably because they're introverted, I think.
I'm introverted. I know it doesn't look like it, but YouTube persona and everything. But I am. Yeah, I can stay at home. No, my missus, she says she's introverted. She's not. If she's at home for more than 2 days, she goes stir crazy. I could stay in this room, which is like a 3 meter by 3 meter box, for 2 weeks, and it wouldn't bother me at all. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so introverted as well.
Getting back to the questions, do you prefer multiplayer games or single player?
Oh yeah.
Depends. Depends what mood I'm in. At the moment, like, I'm loving Halo Infinite. Like, the multiplayer, Halo Infinite is just it's beautiful, great game, so much fun. Me and Raz play it a lot. in our downtime as a thing. But I don't know. If it's a good story game, it needs to have good mechanics as well. So yeah, it depends what mood I'm in. It depends. Honestly, depends.
So what was your first console you owned?
The Game Boy, I guess.
That's a good one.
The Game Boy, the Nintendo 64. That was followed by a PlayStation 2, which was followed by an Xbox 360, which was followed by an Xbox One, followed by a PlayStation 4. But now I play none of them, pretty much. I exclusively play PC because it's just
we haven't
the
played
best console.
Wait, when's your birthday, actually?
December
what?
December the 7th.
Oh, okay.
What or who?
85 or 86? Maybe you're old like me.
No, my birthday's online. I'm 30 years old, so
you're 30, so 80, maybe 90.
91.
91.
Yes.
Oh.
91. I'm a 90s kid.
Because I'm 92.
Yeah. Okay, so he's a little bit.
He's 1 year older than me.
Yeah.
So what and who got you into video games?
I was. Do you know what? I think I was 5, 6, maybe, and I was round somebody's house for Christmas Day, and their kid opened up a Nintendo 64, which came with a boxed copy of GoldenEye, and they lost their shit. They threw their hands up, started shouting. It was like, "Oh my god, this is the best thing ever!" I'm like, "What on earth is that?" And it's like, "It's a video game console." I was like, "What does that do?" And it's like, "Well, it's like your Game Boy, but you play it on the TV." I was like, "Oh, can I have one of those?" And then next Christmas, I got one. So yeah, that was what got me into video games.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Oh wow, that's cool. I like that he's actually like. I didn't expect that, to be honest. Of your story.
Which video game character do you most wish you were like?
Oh, I'll probably go Dante from Devil May Cry again, specifically Devil May Cry 5.
Oh my god.
Complete carefree attitude towards life. What a great way. Not going to go through your life and not worry about anything.
Right.
That's very cool. That's cool.
So now we're slowly ending the show. So we're gonna throw some fun rando questions towards
Coming
you.
your way, baby.
So if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
You could live in.
If I could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? Probably Australia. Don't know why. Sunny, nice people. I can swear all as much as I like. So yeah, I can meet dank pods. There you go. That's a question. If I could meet that from earlier, if I could meet anybody, any YouTuber, I would love to go on a night out with Dank Pods. If you've never seen him, all he does is review headphones. He's an Australian. He's a nutcase. He is great. He is hilarious. If you've never watched him, go watch him. He's brilliant. Dank Pods. That's who I'd meet.
That's cool.
Yeah. So if a genie gave you 3 wishes, what would they be?
Well, obviously, wish for more wishes, but assuming that's off the table, that's fine. So, what would I wish for? I'd wish for another 1,000 years with my wife. She is everything to me. I wouldn't be where I was today without her. So that's what I would wish for as one thing. I guess I would also wish that another Banjo Kazooie game was made with a full budget and the original people back. Yeah. So I'd wish for that.
That'd be fun.
Absolutely. And then I would, let's say, be nice to everybody else and wish that perpetual motion was a thing, and that way the whole world could have free electricity forever.
Oh,
that's a good one.
That was a good one.
Like that.
But specifically perpetual motion, not giving free electricity to everyone, but making a perpetual motion machine so that everybody at home could set up like a water bucket and like a fan, and then have a perpetual motion machine, and therefore everyone could have free electricity for as long as they live. So there you go.
Yeah. If you could travel, when and where would it be? Travel in time.
Travel in time. If you're saying, can I go forwards as well?
You can go, anywhere.
You can go backwards, forwards, whatever you feel.
I'd never go backwards because right now, this minute, this second is the peak of human civilization and technology and forward thinking and medicine. And yeah, we've done bad stuff and there's a load of bad shit in the world. But right now, this is the best Earth every minute. So if I could only go backwards in time, I wouldn't. And if I could go forwards in time, I would go to the point where human civilization is at its in total peak. So that I could see, I could see, have we cured cancer? Do we live forever? Does gene therapy exist? Have we colonized other planets? That's what I do.
Right. That's interesting. So do you hit the snooze button or do you just wake up right away?
I have
when you wake up.
I have about 20 alarms set, and sometimes I still sleep through them.
Oh wow!
So yeah, I'm a deep sleeper. Very deep sleeper.
Oh, you're a deep sleeper like me.
Yeah.
So,
if I wore my headphones to bed, I wouldn't get up. Ever.
Oh wow!
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I get it.
So who would play you in a movie of your life? What actor?
What actor would play me in a movie of my life? God.
I don't
There's
know.
no one fat enough.
Fat enough.
There's no one fat enough. I don't know. I don't know who would play me. That's a good question. I don't know. Come back to it.
All right.
Come back to it, maybe.
So female and male
Yeah,
famous person that you take out for lunch.
Female or again,
Female and male. You can pick both.
female and male.
Yeah, both.
So you take both out.
Yeah.
Oof. I would, if it was a famous person, if we're talking traditional famous, I'd take Ryan Reynolds
Yeah.
because he's just funny. He's just a funny dude. He's hilarious. I think it would be amazing. Female wise, good question. Probably Brie Larson because I hate her. And I would get to punch her in her face. I get to punch her in the face. I'd take that opportunity. I'd take that opportunity to be speaking to Ryan Reynolds and then to be like, "Excuse me, Ryan, let me just punch Brie Larson in the face."
Yeah.
Bam. And then continue on with my conversation with Ryan Reynolds.
That's hilarious. That's good. So what's your favorite food of all time? Like
Oh yeah, food.
Of
food.
all time.
all time.
Jesus.
Mine is steak and potatoes.
No.
No. You better not say Jubilee. Jolly Bee.
Probably. My wife's an amazing cook. She could go on MasterChef. She is that good. And she is. She'll cook anything. Octopus, steak tartare. Like she'll spend 4 or 5 hours. She's making a low fat, low calorie chicken and ham pie. She's been at it for like 2 hours.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
she's great. But she makes just a simple beef stew. So she makes this thing. It's got this beautiful beef skirt cut, really thick chunky beef, and then just simple carrots, leeks, lots of onions.
Hearty. It sounds like it's hearty. It's not...
Very hearty, very hearty.
Oh, that's what I try to do for Jonathan.
Yeah, you. I like her cooking too. Like I love her shepherd's pie. The shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's
is
pie.
Unbelievable.
Do you like shepherd's pie?
I like shepherd's pie, but Grace doesn't like cooking with lamb because it's very fatty. So
I don't do anything with lamb.
She doesn't do it with lamb. She does it with ground beef.
Ground beef.
Oh, okay.
And then potatoes. And...
So not shepherd's pie then, because a shepherd's pie has to be lamb. Hence the word shepherd.
Oh, I have no idea.
Then what would it be called
because
then?
I usually do an
It's
Irish.
Good question. It would be. There is actually a word for it. I can't remember what it is.
What I usually do an Irish.
It's an Irish dish, yes, but
Yeah.
Cottage pie is what it's called.
cottage pie. That's weird.
Cottage pie. Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
know
cottage
that.
pie. So it's basically a beef shepherd's pie, but a shepherd's
so
pie is
usually
specifically.
the meat with the potatoes and everything underneath, and then I squish the potatoes on top, and then put it on top, and then I put a nice cheese on the top, and let it cook in the.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I want to come around. I want to eat it. Sounds amazing.
It's really good. It's really good.
We
So,
have
in the oven.
We have
That's what I
a
was
quick
trying to
question from Welsh Dragon Funko
Oh, okay.
Hunter.
Dave, is Doctor Who a kids program for us
say. I didn't know what.
for us in the UK? I've stopped watching Doctor Who because I really don't like the new Doctor Who lady. So
Yeah, that's what I hear.
I guess I have to understand.
apparently the latest series is very, very good, but the first 2 series with her is apparently awful. So I
That's what
watched
I
like
heard.
two episodes and I was like, I ain't watching this no more. But yeah, so it's kind of a kid show, but it's also kind of not a kid show because a lot of kids grew up watching Doctor Who when it revived. God knows, 2004 maybe. So it went away for about 15, 20 years and then came back. And a lot of kids watched it. And then, of course, the kids still watch it as they grow up. So it's not really a kid's show. But that's the thing. That is what I think the problem is with the new lady and the right. It's not her fault. She's a good actor. It's the writing that's terrible.
Yes.
She's a really good actor and she's great. I actually like her a lot. But the writing it specifically is awful, horrifying. So it's gone back. It's like they've gone back to being sort of having kid elements to it, and there's very loose plot thing. No, Matt Smith is the best. Pinky Productions, you're wrong. So yeah, no, it's yeah. So that's kind of a roundabout the way of answering it, but yeah, 2005 is when it was. Yeah.
All right, we have 2 more questions for you. The first one is, what is your future plans for your channel going forward?
Keep going. Keep doing what I'm doing. Future plans for the channel, games I'm going to cover. Stranded Deep, that video went live yesterday. Going to do that with Daz. Continue with the Ark and the Monarchy stuff. And we've got Ark 2 coming out. They say it's going to be this year, but it won't be this year. It'll be delayed. So that'll come out next year. Sons of the Forest, a lot of survival games. I'll continue playing Halo Infinite in my free time. So that's what's...
Jonathan's going to be mad at me for saying this, but I first saw Daz before when he was like reacting to certain things on like YouTube. Shit.
Yeah.
He has such a good laugh or whatever. Like, right?
It was
he's hilarious.
It was so funny because like when I stumbled on your channel first, and then she stumbled on Daz's channel.
Yeah,
and we found out
weird. It was connected.
You guys are friends, and I was like, wow, that's so weird.
Yeah, we message each other all the time. He's helped me out of a lot of situations, and I've helped him out with some stuff and given him life advice and stuff. He was one of my groomsmen at my wedding, so
I saw that.
Oh yeah, that was really nice. Actually, I thought that was
I saw those pictures. They were really nice.
So beautiful, and your wife is so beautiful too.
So the last question is: do you have any questions for us?
Oh no.
I got I was asked this yesterday. We were asked a question, and I wasn't able to think of a question. So I said to myself, I'll ask whatever the first thing that comes
to your mind.
That ever comes into my head.
Yes.
And so you two are very, very interesting people. It's been a joy to speak to you both. Obviously you met at culinary school, so I'm not going to ask the question, how do you meet? Because I know that already. So what I'm going to ask, and you don't have to answer, but what is the weirdest thing that one of you has done to the other person or said to the other person?
I've licked her ear before. That's kind of weird.
Oh, okay. Actually, when it comes to that, please don't be mad at me, okay? Please be mad at me. I'll say something else then.
It doesn't have to be. When I say we're like for example, for example, let me just give you an example. Let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example. So I gave my wife. So I gave
up my nose. He was like, "What? Love you."
I'll give you an example of what I mean by that, because that's a very general question. So I once gave my wife wiper fluid for the car, so she could put wiper fluid, in the thing. And so I said, "Here you go. Here's some wiper fluid. I brought it from work. You just put it in your car and away you go." And in her car, you open the bonnet, big disc, clearly wiper fluid, but she decided to open the oil cap and pour it into the oil. And about 3 or 4 days later, she said the car is running real weird, like it's getting really hot smell. I'm like, And it's like, that I ran out of, it didn't, the washer fluid, it's still not working. And I think it's broken. I'm like, I worked it out. And I was like, we need to go and drain your car of oil now.
Oh my god!
I have a friend that just did that a few weeks ago too. That's so funny.
Right? Yeah.
That's the worst.
Because it was like you put it in the car, so she just opened up the thing, and I was just like, but not the big blue disc that specifically says pour that in there. So yeah, so there you go. There we go.
But anyway, so we should say
Thank you for coming on.
thank you for everybody coming on
And thank you,
hanging out.
chat, for coming in and asking amazing questions.
Absolutely, Eric.
Thank you for coming on. This was a pleasure.
Pleasure is all mine. Pleasure is all mine. Thank you very much.
All right, chat. Peace.
Mwah.